Welcome to episode 2 of the Future You Diaries. When I think about the best, most successful, most aligned version of Beck Stewart, this is the morning routine that she does. You come here. Let's do this together. Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 2 of the Future You Diaries. We are getting serious in today's video. If you haven't yet watched episode 1 or the first video of the Future You Diaries series, I recommend you go back and watch that because I did do a little bit of like a mental reset, a physical reset, like physically on my body, but also my physical environment. I showed you guys how I'm kind of like reorganizing myself, getting myself back on track without the overwhelm. I showed you guys a little bit of my Google Calendar as well, which by the way has changed ever so slightly because I have started a brand new morning routine inspired by my future self. So when I think about the best, most successful, most aligned version of Beck Stewart, this is the morning routine that she does. I'm embodying it right now. I'm putting what is required of me in a habit tracker. There's literally no excuse. No excuse. I've got it written down. I know what I need to do. It's just a matter of actioning what is required from me. So I wanted to show you guys what I've got in my habit tracker. The habit tracker is the secret sauce, in my opinion, to achieving anything you want in your life. And then I'm gonna show you tomorrow morning, I'm gonna take the camera along with me to do my entire morning routine inspired by my future self. So you guys can come along and see exactly what it entails. So this is my Google Calendar before this new morning routine. So you can see I've got a 5 a.m. wake up, blah, 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 gym a little bit later, blah, blah, blah. That's changed. It has changed. Episode 1 of the Future You Diaries was like getting ourselves ramped up. In this episode, we're gonna rejig the routine that is most important to me, in my opinion. It might be different for you, but my morning routine is like, she is the one, she is the moment, she is going to set up the rest of the day. So once she is nailed, everything else follows. And guys, I need to talk about it. I don't know whether it's a placebo effect or it's just like a little, I don't know. Is it a coincidence? Do I believe in coincidences? I don't know. I have been doing this new morning routine for 2 days. And the 2 days, so yesterday and today, have been my most efficient, effective, productive, successful, flowy days of work in 2025 so far. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just saying, is it a coincidence that I start acting as if and everything else follows? I don't know, you tell me. I feel like I even have more energy. This is TMI. I'm about to talk about periods, so if you're a boy and you don't wanna listen, skip a couple of seconds, but I'm day 2 of my period, okay? And typically days 1 to 3, I am the equivalent of a sloth or a wet sock. I don't wanna do anything. I have no motivation. I don't wanna talk to anyone. I have brain fog. I don't work properly. Day 2, and I'm literally thriving. Tell me what it is. I don't know. I can't tell you. I think it's a morning routine, okay? As we progress throughout the Future You Diaries, I'm gonna show you the changes and the adjustments and the things that I'm doing in my day-to-day life to start acting as if, to start actively building this version of my future self. And of course, we're starting with the morning routine. So we are doing the morning routine of my future self. I have been doing it for 2 days, and tomorrow I'm gonna take you along and show you. But I also wanted to show you this little baby because if you were like me and 2025 was an absolute shite show and we have to strip things back to basics, we are going to put them in a habit tracker, and this process is foolproof. So I have started my habit tracker on the 13th of March. That's why I've put the 13th up there. You typically wouldn't do a habit tracker like this, just FYI. But basically because I started in the middle pretty much of March, this is how I've done mine. But what I've put in my habit tracker is all the most important, impactful habits that make the most difference to me. Making my bed, 2 liters of water a day, 10 to 12K steps a day, gym session, clarity sheet. By the way, clarity sheet is part of like my daily tasks within my e-commerce coaching program. So this is just like e-commerce thing. If you don't get it, don't worry about it. It's just a business thing, but it does make a huge difference. It's kind of tracking my daily spend of meta ads and things like that. Boring, I know, sorry, but that's just clarifying what that is. Clarity sheet, macro target, so it's a health and fitness thing. So that's like my nutrition target. Mindset work, 7 p.m. no phone, and then walk the dogs every single day. I think it was 7:30, I was checking my phone. Like I refreshed my Instagram and I was like, Rebecca, no, we don't do that anymore. 7 p.m. onwards, we wind down. For the next month, I'm stripping things back to basics and focusing on the habits that mean the most to me, that move me forward the most, and that make the biggest impact. So I would recommend get a habit tracker. My brand, The Habit Tracker, sells them. I will leave a link in the description bar. Otherwise, make it yourself or find a free one on Pinterest. There's heaps online if you don't want to make the purchase. And start here. This is my tip number 1 for really starting to not just talk the talk when it comes to future you. We're walking the walk here, no pun intended. So this is how we start. This is our first baby step. Find your core habits that make the most impact, write them down, and tick them off every single time you action them. That's basically the start, my first baby step to really walking the walk when it comes to building my future self. And tomorrow, we're waking up at the crack of dawn. Actually, scratch that, it's not the crack of dawn anymore because it's getting colder, which means it's getting lighter later. It's not the crack of dawn. It's still pretty much nighttime, but I want to show you the morning routine inspired by my future self. I can do it, you can do it. First baby step is to write the core habits down and action them as soon as you possibly can. So I'll see you in the morning, bright and early, 4 a.m. to be exact. I have finished gym. It is 5:35. I feel so much better after that gym session. Zach and I rushed home to get the dogs because, first of all, I physically could not stay in that gym any longer because I forgot to put on deodorant this morning. I know, so gross. And I have like such anxiety around smelling bad. I don't know what it is. I just hate smelling bad. So I said to Zach, we gotta rush home and I gotta put on deodorant because I hate the thought of smelling bad. By the way, this is the deodorant that I use. It's called No Pong. It is all natural, made with love in Australia. Can you tell I love it? I am obsessed with this stuff. The only downside to this natural deodorant is that you don't smell at all. For myself personally, I never smell, but it's not like antiperspirant, so it still makes me like sweat a little bit. So if you're looking for a deodorant that like stops the sweating, this isn't for you. But fantastic. It's just from Coles or Woolies, $10. I think it's $10 or $9 a tub, and it's works a treat. So we're gonna take the dogs for a walk, a big walk this morning. So I'm just fixing up my hair, putting some body spray on my clothes, and then taking the dogs down to the beach to go for a walk, get a coffee, and start our day. It's not even 5:40 in the morning, and I feel so accomplished because of this routine. I'm telling you now, this morning routine, it's the GOAT. The morning routine is officially finished. You come here, let's do this together. This is my favorite part of sticking to a routine, is seeing the progress, cold, hard evidence of whether I'm actually doing the things I said I was going to do, or I'm just talking about them, saying I'm gonna do them, and then never actually doing them. I need to tick off yesterday's as well as today's. So excited. So So there's a few things I haven't ticked off for today. So for example, 2 liters of water, I'll get that throughout the day. My clarity sheet will be done as soon as I clock on for work this morning. It's actually the afternoon because it is a Saturday, so today was a little bit slower than usual. I still got up at 4 a.m. You would have seen there. We still did our gym session, we still did our morning walk, we still did our coffee, connection time, dog time, all the things. The other thing that I haven't done today, because today is Saturday, that I would typically do in the morning is my mindset work. And I typically do mindset work in the afternoons on the weekends. I sometimes go down to the beach when it's a beautiful afternoon. If it's a nice day or a beautiful afternoon, I'll go down to the beach. Otherwise, I like to do it in the afternoon, make a thing of it after I've done my weekend work. So I'll go upstairs, put the aircon on, make myself a coffee or a tea, and like make it a big ritual. But typically Monday through to Friday, I will always do it before I get stuck into my actual work. I feel like it makes such an impact throughout the week when I do it that way. On Saturdays, it's a little bit more flowy, and Sundays it's a little bit more flowy, but it's still something I do every single day. So I will tick that off once I've done it. And of course, macro target will hit throughout the day, and the 7 p.m. phone down I'll hit tonight, and then I can tick off tomorrow morning. So that is a little bit of my brand new morning routine, the morning routine that is inspired by the most aligned, successful version of Beck. She has her together, she gets everything she needs to get done first thing. She shows up for herself first thing. She comes first. There is no social media at the beginning of the day. There is no need to scroll. There is no snoozing the alarm. She is the first and main priority every single day, and she gets catered to before anyone else, before anything else. No work, no social media, no emails, nothing. Me first. So these are some things that I do throughout the day or throughout the morning to show up for future Beck. These are the things that she does by default, and we're just starting the process now, getting ourselves into gear and building those habits now. So I'm going to end today's vlog right here. I hope you enjoyed episode 2 of the Future You Diaries, and I'm sure I'll see you in our next one very, very soon.